stories, and I've got to bring the Blue Little Family Children's Story Bible. I was reading that with my kids the other day, and it is the best explanation, and I'm sorry, but I'm just going to read it. It's a children's story of creation. And you understand the way this thing was written. You understand one thing. This country was great because this country, and no other religion that I know of, has made the impact in the good. Everybody wants to say that, you know, Christians are all so bad and religion is all so bad. There is no other religion in the history of mankind that has done more good. There is no way to have a civil society if you don't have religion telling people there is an invisible guy in the sky who's watching you. We can't keep control of our own communities and our own places when there are cameras and you know the man is watching you. Crime still happens. Christianity teaches you there is a guy in the sky who's watching. I don't care if you believe it or not. If you're teaching your children that whether you do something and get caught or not doesn't matter if you get caught, you will pay the price eventually. You will eventually pay a price. If we're not teaching our children those things, there's no way that freedom can last. There's no way it won't work. You know who I learned this again from just this last weekend? A communist. A communist economics expert from China came over to the Harvard Business School, and he had studied capitalism. He wanted to know what made it work, so he could bring it over to China and say, okay, well, we're not going to do this, but here's how it works. He said, after a couple of years studying here, I had no idea the role of faith, how important faith is. If it wasn't for faith, this wouldn't work. In China, we have to have executions. We have to have goon squads. We have to have prisons. Now, he said it in much more flowery terms, but that's what it is. And we have to watch and catch and then openly punish in brutal ways. But here, faith says, it doesn't matter what the government does. It doesn't matter what the police does. We're actually a state set up, or used to be, set up to not catch the criminals. You have so much freedom, you're likely to get away with it. But somehow or another we survived. It is God. Please, know inside and out the things you already think you know.